The most powerful people, I've been amongst many powerful people. I've spent probably $1 million flying all over to be in the presence of the likes of Alan Watts, a great philosopher. I've sat with him for hours on his houseboat in Sausalito. Stephen Covey, spent a weekend with him and spent an afternoon at his home. Tony Robbins, know him intimately. Not sexually intimately. Have spent many a conversation with him. And there's one person I met that is more powerful than any person I ever met in my life. I went to the Serengeti Plains, Tanzania, to stay with the Massai tribe for 10 days. I wanted to see what it would be like to be with a whole different paradigm. And I hired a guide who spoke Maasai. Whoop! That's what you say when you walk by them. They don't say hello, they go whoop! 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 And then if you get in a fight, you have to jump higher. Whoop! They'll look at you, whoop! Whoop! All right, settle down, you win. So, just one of the little things I learned. A Maasai mother, little baby in tow, 6 months old, dying. She has a 4-year-old too that goes off to their little play area. She's got the baby, laboriously breathing. I think it has probably pneumonia. Eyes are closing, flies are starting to gather. It means they don't have a CVS, they don't have doctors, they don't have prescriptions, they don't have penicillin. Baby's going to die. My guide told me. That night, they had a huge bonfire and they did this incredible ritual. And the Maasai chieftain comes and he speaks and he mumbles in tongues. And they do this thing around the baby. And he said, you want to get up, Rob, tomorrow morning, because what you're going to witness is something you'll never witness again in your life. Get up before sunset. I did, 4 a.m. About 4:45, she gets up, comes out of those little grass thatches they have, kept together with cow dung, with her baby in tow. She goes out to a meadow. Big meadow, thicket of the jungle beyond. And just now the shadow of the sun's coming and I follow her and I get in an umbrella tree back here and get up on a branch and I'm watching. She makes a nest. Takes her baby and puts it in the nest. She kneels next to the baby with her head on its head, her hand on its head, and as the sun comes up, she kisses the baby and she gets up. Now in their belief system, the sun god gave you life and the sun god can take it away. And in their belief system, she knows now because the flies told her when they gather to the eyes that the baby's going to die, she wants the sun god to take the life force energy from the baby that it's not in pain anymore. As the sun rises, and you can start hearing the animals waking up in the thicket, all kinds of, and the rays of the sun hit metal before the baby, start moving toward it. Sana wana yana way o wana. Sana wana yana way o wana. She starts chanting. Please take the life force from my baby. Stop it from its pain now. She keeps chanting, and a giraffe comes out hearing the curious noise and looks down. He's about 30 yards on that side of her, looks down and scoots off. And even a monkey came, a mother monkey with her baby, yanked it out, looked, and started chittering a little bit, got nervous and ran off. Sana wana yana way o wana. Sana wana yana way o wana. All of a sudden, it's dead silence. I wonder what happened. I don't hear any birds chittering. She keeps chanting, and there I see a hyena. A big, ugly, 150-pound, muscular, male hyena. Big purple tongue slurping out. There's my breakfast. That's what he's thinking. And he comes hulking out, slowly, just looking at her and looking at the And she ignores them like they're not there. Sana wana yana way oh wana. Sana wana yana way oh wana. I'm nervous. I want to run away. I'm a coward. This guy's going to take care of him and then look at me and have himself 3 meals in the next couple of days. But I don't. And he starts creeping in. And then I realize something that's very interesting. He's as afraid of her as he is, and she's not afraid of him. Now, in his mind, he knows that's insane. He can take her out and that baby in an instant, and yet something's going on more powerful with him. And he gets down, and he starts crawling on his belly. Clearly, 2 minds going on. She ignores him, totally. He gets about 10 yards from her, and he just, every time he starts to move forward, you would have sworn she had an invisible whip. Every time. And he'd growl. All of a sudden, the baby's belly went up. And it went down. And it didn't go up again. The baby had died. Everything was dead silent. The hyena sat down like a well-trained German shepherd. Boop. Just looking. Not even angry, not growl, but she went over. She kneeled down and kissed her baby. She got up. She thanked the sun god for taking the life force energy. She picked up the baby, hugged it to her heart, put it back down, went around the baby, and got within 5 yards of that hyena and thanked him for his patience. Now, in their belief system, once the soul has been taken back, the flesh is for the planet. I know that could be hard to accept, but in their belief system now, that's not your child, that's just flesh for the planet. She turned around completely, walked back to the village. That hyena came in, scooped the baby, and ran off. I had seen the most powerful person I will ever meet in my life. She dwarfs the power of anybody I've ever met. And that's when I realized it matters not what sex, what color, what age, what creed, what race, what religious affiliation or political indoctrination. If you are absolutely certain that what you want is for the betterment of that, in this case, your child, or for mankind, or for life, or for the planet, and you are unwavering, the entire universe, not just parts of it, are on your side. And Goethe was right. Providence will move too. And all sorts of things will occur that you would never have imagined to support you. And that was such an important, that's when I became truly spiritual. I was now worth $50 million. I was Boston's most eligible bachelor and used to get auctioned off for charities. I had Ferraris. I still do have that stuff. I have toys. But I thought I was pretty special. Look at me, Horatio Alger, rags to riches. Oh yeah, look at me. But I felt something empty, some void. I have beautiful homes in the Atlantic and on the Pacific, right on the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean. I have all the trappings, but there was something missing. And then I learned what it was. It's giving back.